All right. Page 191. The knowledge of our baptism is the key and the light of the scripture. And again, as he which knoweth his letters well and can spell perfectly cannot but read if he be diligent, and as he which hath clear eyes without impediment or let, and walketh thereto in the light and open day, cannot but see if he attended and take heed. Even so, whosoever hath the profession of baptism written in his heart cannot but understand the scripture if he exercise himself therein, and compare one place to another, and mark the manner of speech, and ask here and there the meaning of a sentence of them that be better exercised. For as the doctrine which we should be taught before we were baptized, and for lack of age is deferred up to the years of discretion, is the key that bindeth and looseth, locketh and unlocketh the conscience of all sinners, even so that lesson, where it is understood, is only the key that openeth all the scripture, and even the whole scripture in itself, gathered together in a narrow compass, and brought into a compendent compendiousness. And till thou be taught that lesson, that thine heart feel the sweetness of it, the scripture is locked and shut up from thee, and so dark that thou couldst not understand it, through Peter, Paul, or Christ himself did expound it unto thee, no more than a blind man can see, though thou set a candle before him, a shrewdest him the sun, or pointedest with thy finger unto thou wouldest have him look upon. Now we be all baptized, but alas, not one from the highest to the lowest ever taught the profession or meaning thereof, and therefore we remain all blind generally, as well our great rabbins, for all their high learning which they seem to have as the lay people. Yea, and so much the more blind are our great clerks, that where they lay people, for a great number of them are taught nothing at all, but they be all wrong taught, and the doctrine of their baptism is all corrupt unto them with the leaven of false glosses, ere they come to read the scriptures, so that the light which they bring with them to understand the scripture withal is utter darkness, and a contrary unto the scripture, as the devil unto Christ, by reason whereof the scripture is locked up and become so dark unto them that they grope for the door and can find no way in, and it is become a maze unto them, in which they wander in a mist, or, as we say, led by Robin Goodfellow, that they cannot come to the right way. No, though they turn their caps, and their brightness thereof hath blinded. Nope, caps and the brightness thereof hath blinded their eyes with malice, so that though they believe not the scripture to be false, yet they persecute the right understanding thereof, and cannot believe it true in the plain sense which it speaketh to them in. It is become a turn again lane unto them, which they cannot go through, nor make three lines agree together. And finally, the sentences of the scripture are nothing but very riddles unto them, at the which they cast as the blind man doth at the crow, and expound by guess, and 100 doctors in 100 ways, and one man in 20 sermons, alleging one text after 20 fashions, having no sure doctrine to cleave unto, and all for lack of the right knowledge of the profession of our baptism.